wuxia genre. So we've been talking about this martial fantasy, but actually in Chinese, this specific genre is called wuxia. So wu in Chinese, in English, it means martial. And what do you think xia is? What is xia to you? And can you maybe introduce this specific genre to everyone a little bit?
Another one with a sort of like, you know, hundreds or thousands of years of cultural history behind it, all condensed into one character. But I think there is quite a good equivalent in English. It's not perfect, but it's getting there as an equivalent, and that's chivalry. Because if we remember, this book is set in 1200 or 1205 or whatever is the opening year of this book. Now, if we think to sort of Western culture at a similar period, we're thinking Arthurian legends. To be honest, those are all about sort of fighting for the, you know, honor and the code, and it's quite sort of ritualized fighting, and the idea. What I think is very important in martial arts and what makes it sort of have a connection into Western culture is, for example, nowadays, you know, if we have a dispute about something, I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to have a physical fight with you because we don't use violence as a way to resolve a conflict. But if we look sort of back, so you know, when the martial arts things are also set, especially when they're sort of set back in sort of hundreds of years ago in Chinese culture, and just like in Western culture of a similar period, you might have used violence, but there was a lot of rituals and culture around how violence was used. You couldn't just, you know, go up to someone and like hit them over the head out of nowhere and say, I've resolved this conflict now. You had to present a fight. You had to present rules and a context for which you were going to use violence as a way to resolve something. And there was also had to be some sense in which there was good violence and bad violence. There was just violence and unjust violence. All those things has to exist for a society to be able to use violence as a way to resolve conflict.